these constitutional republic people would probably prevent mask mandates. In other words, they're looking to kill people.
A republic is actually what the country is under, and we live under laws. A republic lives under laws, and the people and the representatives will make the decisions for the communities. Actually, a democratic government is when the representatives, only 51%, can do exactly what you're saying.
Just because a majority of people from one party get together and say, hey, we're going to do this or we're going to do that, the governor has acted way outside of, he's acting like a dictator. He's acting like a king. I'm going to make this mandate, I'm going to make that mandate because there's an emergency. Well, the emergency's been 2 years ago.
When someone declares a state of emergency, it doesn't matter if it's local, state, federal, that usually puts one person in charge. So watch that language. You can ask Mr. Pittman about a state of emergency for fire chief. That puts one person in charge. So you have to pay attention to who that person is.
I am against this, and part of why I'm against this is because I feel trapped in this mask by the fact that I'm living in an area where people won't look to protect the health of others.
I am for this because I believe that people should be able to make their own choice. That's what our Constitution is allowing us to do. I respect everybody's beliefs. If you want to wear a mask, that's fine. But I do stand up for the Republic and for which we stand. And we should be able to make our own choice. God has created our immune system, the most genuine and genius to fight these kind of things off.
Thank you so much for taking your time to hear us and hear our concerns today. I just wanted to show my support for the Constitutional City Agenda item. I think it's important for the public to hear our leaders reaffirm that they uphold the Constitution, especially right now when we have both federal and state and what we deem to be overreach.
What will be left if we don't have that? If we don't have body autonomy? If we can't protect our kids' bodies? What else are they going to want me to let them do to my kids? Where does it stop? I don't think following blindly to the state is the only option.
Echo the sentiments of the mom who spoke and said, where does it stop? Just for clarification, this mandate is not saying we're against laws or for anarchy. It's just basically drawing a line. It's not necessarily against one specific mandate. We're not talking about one mandate that's been pushed on us recently. It's a barrage of mandates. And I think for every society, you have to have laws. But for each law that comes, that does mean a forfeit of some sense of freedom. And America itself, the very thread, the very fabric of America right now, I believe is that question. And we're at a crossroads of, what we're going to be, what the future of America is going to be like. I think if our founding fathers were even to see the amount of laws and oppression that we put on ourselves right now, they'd be blushed to their sacrifice that they had for us to be free. I think it's a time for us to draw a line in the sand and say enough is enough.
Only one problem. A constitutional republic is actually neither constitutional nor actually a republic. What it would do is allow these people to ignore existing laws.
I don't think that doing this confers any extra power. I know that there's fear and worry about that. It doesn't confer extra power to law enforcement. It doesn't confer extra power to our officials. It reaffirms that the people have the power, and it reaffirms the oath that you guys took to uphold it.
And I'm curious to hear more members comment on it, but I will say that to me, this is the first time I've seen common sense in a resolution.
There's an old saying, and I use it every once in a while, when people are wondering how things got so out of whack or chaotic, and it is, you better dance with the one who brought you. And it was a constitutional republic that brought America to be a successful nation. It was built by the people, for the people. Do we need new laws sometimes? Sure, technology is changing. But how about we start following the ones we have before we start polluting the public with all kinds of new things?
That this motion be approved.
I'll second that.
The other thing I take as an observation, I have talked to some of our staff that are recruiting new personnel. We've actually had people come here because they heard of what we stood for. Isn't that interesting? Everybody's leaving California, but people are coming to Oroville.